Every single one of you is my favorite child. I don't know what to say. I don't have favorites. You're delicious. You're delicious. You're also delicious. You're delicious. Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm a home cook. I haven't always been known for being the best cook in the world, but I've been working hard the last few years to get better. Today, I wanted to show you something near and dear to my heart, which is 3 different ways to make savory French toast. That's right, I said savory French toast. That means no sugar, no syrup, no cinnamon, just eggs and bread and magic. French toast is called French toast because we got it from France. In France, it's called pain perdu, which means lost bread. So the idea of French toast is really about bringing back bread that is old, it's dried out, it's lost, and we're finding it and reviving it. Now, when we think about that in America, we often think about sugar and syrup, but that absolutely doesn't have to be the case. It doesn't have to. You can do it in any way you want, including savory, which is what we're going to do today. And in savory preparations of French toast, there's all sorts of things that are normal, like cheese, ketchup, for example, onions, whatever, I don't know, you'll see. Thick slices. So this first French toast is based on a croque madame. It's just classic French ingredients remixed. So what I have here is some challah bread, which I have cut nice and thick. I have an egg mix, which is 3 eggs plus whole milk, Dijon mustard, nutmeg, cayenne pepper, and salt and pepper. And then I've grated in some Gruyère and Parmesan. And I'm just gonna whisk that together. So here I have my egg mix. Pop that in there. And I'm gonna really dunk it and let it sit for a few minutes. Because to me, if it's got a little bread still in the middle, if it's dry in the center, what's the point? I would rather have it all the way sogged up than dry. Next, I'm gonna put some butter in my pan, and we're gonna fry this until it is golden brown and the eggs are just cooked. It's almost like a custard. We want it cooked through to the center, but still creamy. Flip it, and I'm gonna add some more Gruyère and Parm, and a beautiful slice of ham. Nice little fried egg on top, and some chopped chives, and she looks gorgeous. Gorgeous! My second French toast is based on a breakfast you'd find in India. It's usually called egg toast, or sometimes Masala French Toast, or egg bread. And it's something that I heard about after I cooked a different savory French toast on a different channel one time. But I was thrilled to hear about it because it is delicious. I have made a slight tweak versus the standard version, only to imitate a breakfast that I had when I was in Delhi that I really liked. And I will put some recipes in the description for the original version of that, and then I'm going to show you sort of my version that I make at home. So for this French toast, I have challah bread, I have an egg mixture, which is eggs with coconut milk, turmeric, and salt and pepper, and then I have my veggie mix. So to make this veggie mix, I have chopped some shallots, a serrano pepper, a tomato, and a little bit of cilantro, and I've cooked half of that with a little chaat masala, which is sort of like a spice mix that's used for a lot of street food in India. You can make it yourself or you can buy it already as a pre-made mix, depending on where you live and how enthusiastic you feel about making your own spice mixes. Chaat masala is really nice. If you haven't had it, it's like a little tangy, a little funky. It's got a little garam masala in it, so you get a nice wide swath of like flavors, so it really kind of excites the mouth. Altogether, this is going to make a topping for my French toast. I'm going to give my custard mixture a little whisk, and then I'm going to dunk my bread. Really give it a few minutes to make sure that the custard mix has permeated the center of the bread. And I'm going to cook this in some ghee or clarified butter, and spoon some of my veggies and more of the egg mix on top, and then do that again when I flip, making sure that added egg gets cooked. One more quick flip, and she's ready for garnish. I'll finish this off with a little more of my veggie mix and some ketchup. Okay, listen, it's why I heard about it in the first place. Don't at me. It is normal for this, and I'm not going to talk anymore about it. This last French toast is based on okonomiyaki, which is sort of like a Japanese comfort food or pub food. If you haven't had it, it's sort of like a scallion and cabbage pancake. There's actually different versions of it that are made all over Japan. This one in particular really borrows from Osaka-style okonomiyaki. There's like bacon and shrimp and okonomi sauce and kewpie mayo and seaweed and all sorts of other great stuff. Here's what I have for my third toast. For this egg mix, I have dashi powder and water, which I've mixed together, and then eggs. And then I've added in some of my cabbage and scallion. For this, I'm using dashi powder, which I've mixed with water. If you happen to have homemade dashi, which is like a Japanese stock, absolutely go for it, but I'm not gonna ask you to make a whole stock for 3 tablespoons of liquid. The other things that I have for this French toast are challah bread, I have this mix of bacon and shrimp, which I've cooked together in a little oil with some okonomiyaki sauce and some of my shredded cabbage. And then once it's done, I have a bunch of garnishes for the end. So I wanted to introduce you to them while we're here. So I have okonomiyaki sauce, I have Kewpie mayonnaise, I have some pickled ginger, I have some more scallion, and then I have dried seaweed flakes, and I also have bonito flakes, which is like a dried flaked tuna, basically. All right, and bread in. Bread wet and ready for action. It's time to cook the toast. I'm going to cook this in a neutral oil. Like the Masala French Toast, I'm going to spoon some more of this egg mix on top to make sure it gets a nice layer of scallion and cabbage mix and flip. And I'm going to add my shrimp and bacon to the pan to reheat. And that's about ready for the final step, garnishing. And on top of here, I'm going to spoon my delicious shrimp, bacon, cabbage mix, and I'm going to add some scallion greens, pickled ginger, my okonomiyaki sauce, my Kewpie mayo, some seaweed pieces, and bonito flakes. Dried fish flakes. Sounds weird, tastes great. Don't knock it till you try it. I freaking love okonomiyaki. All right, I'm so excited to taste these. I have my French croque madame inspired French toast, I have my Masala French toast, and I have my okonomiyaki toast. Let's dig in. Cheesy, creamy. It's like a croque madame, but instead of crunchy, I mean, there's a little bit of crunch, but it's more like creamy and delicious. Here we have our like masala toast inspired one. It's a little spicy, like the serrano's got a lot of heat. The freshness of the cilantro and the tomatoes there. And then you get like those warming spices, that's delicious. I love all of these. I mean, I'm thrilled. I'm freaking thrilled. And this one we got like, oh, it's so bacony and shrimpy. Yeah, a little creamy with the mayo. Okonomiyaki sauce is almost like a barbecue sauce, kind of. Got that pickled ginger for brightness and like the fresh scallion. It is very good. You got your creamy, cheesy, meaty, hammy, eggy, classic savory breakfast here. You got fresh, tangy, spicy, like, yeah, just like warming from the inside. That's this one. And then this is like, oh my God, like rich. And it's like, you got like your pickled ginger and like your scallion. It's a little fresh. It's a little like heavy. It's a little delicious. It's tangy. It's creamy. It's like, this is everything. This is like these two had a sweet little baby and it was very tall and delicious. Imagine this, okay? It's a weekend. You wake up. You're like, what am I gonna do for breakfast? And the answer is savory French toast. You do a little chopping. Whisk up some eggies. Fry it up, have your coffee, watch your stories. You're eating savory French toast. You are having the time of your life. This is that kind of breakfast. This is like, wow, I started Saturday off on the right note. That's that kind of breakfast. You try these and you're never gonna go back to sweet French toast. You're gonna say, that to hell with her. She's my ex-wife. We had a bad divorce.
Okay, red cut.
Okay. And those are my 3 favorite ways to make a savory French toast. What do you think? Would you try it? It's pretty good. Tastes pretty good. Give it a shot. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I'll catch up with you later. Okay, bye!